Hi, this is Michael Fertik, founder and CEO of Reputation.com. Join me at the Growth Faculty Global Leadership Forum on December 12th in Sydney, Australia. In this presentation, we're going to talk about three things: social media, reputation, and the future. We're going to talk about the nexus of those three topics, how they affect you, how they affect your professional life, how they affect your business. I can't wait to see you there. The first thing you need to know about online reputation is you definitely have an online reputation. Some people believe that if they're careful with what they post on Facebook, then all of a sudden that means they don't have an online reputation. The biggest thing that people miss is that you have an online reputation whether you know it or not, and your online reputation, if it's not being actively shaped by you for good or for ill, is being shaped by happenstance or by the third party who's talking about you behind your back without your knowledge. And decisions are being made about us professionally, personally, romantically, educationally, every day without our knowledge by people we can never identify for purposes we may never know, based on what they find about us on the web. Over and over and over again, the data show that decisions are being made about us based on what people find about us on the internet. And if you're not controlling that yourself, then it's being controlled for you. And you're losing not only an opportunity for growth and revenue and personal gain, professional gain, advancement, development, but you're also missing the fact that you are very vulnerable to anyone coming along and saying anything willy-nilly that could have a very devastating impact on your life. And I've seen it to happen to very, very decent people in now over 100 countries in our business. So it's something to take very seriously. You take the job of applying for a job, curating your LinkedIn profile, curating your resume, making sure you dress well for your interview very seriously. And the problem is you may never get to first base in your personal, professional development and that next goal because you're not able to get first base because you're being evaluated based on what people find about you on the web, and you don't know all the conclusions they're coming to that may not be to your advantage and benefit based on what they find. So, number one, take control of what you find on the internet because you take control of what people find about you on the internet because you definitely have an online reputation, and they're making decisions based on what they find about you. Number two, it's important to realize that the reputation of the organization you represent, the company you represent, the business you own, the business you manage, the business unit you manage, is being affected by everybody in the organization, whether they're someone who's on the front line of communicating with the customer, someone who is on the front line of delivering value to the customer or internal customers, whether they're senior executives or high-profile people. Your reputation and the reputation of your business are intimately connected and cannot be divorced. And you have to realize and understand that what we used to think was true, that certain information about us would just live in one part of the internet and we could somehow wall it off from information about us on the other part of the internet, is now being connected together and being aggregated together by people and by technologies that are very good at doing that. So it's important to understand that no matter who you are in the organization, your reputation affects everybody else. Everybody else in the organization, their reputation affects you. The reputation of your product affects you. The reputation of you affects the reputation of your product, and so forth. It's a symbiotic and inevitable relationship now that needs to be taken very seriously throughout your organization, whatever organization you represent. One of the things I tell entrepreneurs who want to start a company is decide what you're going to be religious about. You can't afford to be religious about 10 things. You can afford to be really religious about a few things that will then imbue your company with the culture that reflects those religious decisions. You know, what kind of culture you're going to have, what kind of people you want to hire, how you're going to tackle the market, if you're going to decide to be collaborative or competitive, what kinds of approaches to the market you're going to take. Those are the things that you have to decide early on, stick to them, and everything else remain reasonably flexible about, right? Choose your religion and remain flexible around it.